Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can calculate and estimate mortgage payments. So whether you're looking to buy a house or you're refinancing and you want to estimate what that mortgage payment is, you don't need to use an online calculator. You can just do that right within Excel. And I'm going to show you how you can set up a template to do that. And I'm also going to share with you a template that I've already created for that purpose. So let's get started by entering in some key inputs. So we're going to need to know the interest rate, the number of years, and the loan amount. So let's say for the interest rate, let's say we go with the amount of 6.5%. And the term is 30 years. And the loan amount, let's say, is $400,000. So those are our main inputs. And I'm just going to highlight these just to make it clear that these are values that I'm going to change in my formula. And apply the formatting here so it's clear that's the dollar amount. And what I'm going to do here is in this field, this is going to output my payment total. And so with the payment function in Excel, it's fairly straightforward to calculate your payment. You just type in equals PMT for payment, and I hit tab, and you'll see there are arguments for the rate, NPER, which is the number of periods, the present value, future value, and the type. So for the rate, we're going to take the 6.5% and divide it by 12, since mortgage payments are made on a monthly basis, typically anyways. The number of periods, we're going to convert the number of years into the number of periods. So since we've got this in years, we need to convert this into months. So we multiply this by a factor of 12. The present value, this is what we're owing today. So we're going to put this as a negative 400,000. And then for the future value, we want our future value to be 0, want it to be paid off. So we set it as 0. Now for the type, we don't really need to specify. Typically, we're going to stick with the default here, which is the end of the period. So we don't need to enter this unless we're setting it up differently. But typically, we're just going to leave that to the default. And that's going to tell me that the mortgage payment based on these inputs is $2,520.27. So if I wanted to, I can adjust the loan amount here to 450 to 500,000. Basically allows you to do a lot of different what if scenarios based on these different inputs. Now, another thing you can do if you wanted to is you can also calculate the interest and principal portions of this payment if you were interested. So let's go back and create some more inputs here. One for the interest and one for the principal. So there are a couple other functions in Excel that can allow you to calculate specifically the interest portion of this payment and the principal portion of this payment. And it's a fairly straightforward function. Instead of PMT for payment, we're typing IPMT. So think of interest payment, right? So the interest portion of that payment. And so here we're gonna have very similar inputs here in the sense that we're still specifying this rate divided by 12. This time we're specifying the period number. So this is important because this is going to pertain to, let's say if we want to know the first period or the second period, the last period, or the case may be. I just want to grab the first period. And for the number of periods, again, I'm going to specify this 30 multiplied by 12. Present value is this minus 500,000 in this case that I've changed it. The future value is set to 0, and then close this out. So that tells me of this first payment here, this 3160, 2708 is going to interest. Now, if I want to calculate the principal portion to know how much of this is actually paying off the loan, what I can do is simply copy this. I'm going to copy this entire formula here and paste it in here, except what I'm going to do is change from I payment to P payment, so principal payment, right? So now if we add these totals up, we see they add up to 3160. So if I do a quick auto sum here, I can see that adds up to this 3160. So we've got the interest portion and the principal portion. So as you can see at the very beginning of your calculations, at the very beginning of your mortgage, a large amount of that is going to go primarily to principal, to the interest as opposed to the principal. And then in later periods, you are going to see that change. But this is how we can calculate not only the mortgage payment, but also if we wanted to know how much is interest and how much is principal, we can use the I payment and the P payment functions as well. And so we can make this a bit more dynamic by, let's say, specifying a payment number. So in this case, it's payment number 1, the very first payment. So if I wanted to change this, instead of hard coding it as 1, referencing that cell C7, the same thing over here, C7, and let's make sure it's frozen there. And so if I change this to payment, let's say 350, so we're almost done. We can see that that swaps now. The interest portion is very small now in relation to the principal. So at the very beginning, interest payments are taking up the majority of that overall payment, but towards the end, it flips the other direction. What we can do is, if you wanted to chart this out, we could select these values and create, let's say, a pie chart to show this, to see what kind of mix we're looking at. So I'm just going to delete this and just apply some formatting here for this specific pie chart. Go to the formatting options. Let's say do a shape fill where it's dark gray, and then remove the fill just so it blends in more easily with this. And what I'm going to do is remove the grid lines from the sheet. So view grid lines, turn that off, just so I can blend this in, so I can see, okay, what portion. And actually, let's get rid of the outline as well. So shape outline, set to no outline. And so now I can easily look at the different payments here. I'm just going to move this so I'm not accidentally clicking on it. And so now if I change this, let's say 350, we can see what that split is dynamically, 300, 250. So really easy now to see what percentage of our payments go into principal versus interest. So really an optional step, obviously, just if you're curious what that looks like. But if you're looking at scenarios where you've got different interest rates and different mortgage amounts, then this can be useful in doing that type of analysis. So I'm just going to create some headings around here, some shading here. And I'm also going to show you two other functions, and that's to calculate the cumulative interest and the cumulative principal. So if we want to know the entire interest payments and the entire principal payments over the course of the loan, now the principal should obviously net out to 0, but I'm going to show you how we can calculate the total of that as well. So I'm going to set up a few cells here, one for the total interest, total principal. And so for this function, I'm going to use the cum IPMT function. So just like we used the IPMT earlier to get the interest portion, now we're using the cum to get the cumulative interest payment portion. So in this example, I'm going to need to fill in the rate. So I'm going to take this amount, divide it by 12, the number of periods, multiply it by 12. The present value, in this case, I just need to leave it as is. I don't have to put a negative. For the starting period, I'm going to enter the first period, and then the last period is 360, which is the last period. But as you can see, you can specify the specific range that you're looking at when you want to calculate these cumulative payments for. And now in this formula, I do have to fill in that last argument, the type, and I'm just going to put that to 0 to say it's at the end of the period. And so this tells me now what the cumulative interest was for this entire loan. So I'm going to put a negative at the start just to make this a positive amount. So as you can see, $637,722. And I'm just going to apply the formatting here just to get rid of that decimal and clean this up a little bit more. And what I can also do is the same thing for the total principal. So I'm going to copy this over down here as well. And now instead of cumulative I payment, I'm going to select cumulative principal. And again, the functions, the arguments are going to be the same. Now, if I hit enter, you can see it's $500,000, which is what you'd expect because you paid off the entire loan. And that's a good way to make sure that we have the correct period set up. So at the end of the period, we've got $500,000 entirely paid off. So there's a lot of different functions you can use in Excel. If you just want to calculate the payment amount, fairly simple. You're just looking at that payment function, taking the rate, dividing it by 12, again, assuming you're paying monthly, years, multiply it by 12. The key thing is everything is based on the same period type. So if you're looking at monthly, convert the rate to monthly, convert the years or the period to monthly as well, and then take your loan amount, put that into a negative, and then your future value set to 0, and that will give you your actual payment. So this can be really effective if you want to do a lot of different what if analysis. Now, if you don't want to do this all yourself and you just want to use a template that's readily available, you can go on my site and there is a mortgage payment calculator template where what you can do is specify some inputs here, down payment terms, things like that. And then it'll do a bunch of what ifs and analysis for you at different interest rates. So in the event that interest rates go up or down, it gives you a really easy snapshot to see exactly what those payments are. So if you don't want to create the template, if you just want something easy to use, you can download this completely free to use. And so check it out on my website. It's the mortgage payment calculator template. I'll leave a link in the description for this video. So I hope you found this video useful. And if you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.